Good morning, guys! Always puts a smile on my face looking over and seeing this group dancing. Rocking out. It's kind of like my theme band if I had my own show. My personal security guard here is awake. Well, maybe not. That's a sleepy guy. When I went to the bathroom, he was all the way under the covers. Now he's poked his head out to see what I'm up to. Aw, he's so tired. He played all day yesterday. And this is the stuff I'm gonna wear today. Gonna head over to Kevin's house 3 or 4 hours and watch the Dodgers playoff game. Of course I'm rooting for the Dodgers. And the Green Army Chucks. Look, there's Bella's house. Way up top. Well, we're out here at the dog park. I'm not really that impressed with my new camera and phone. I think I'm just gonna have to get another camera. I see, like, on YouTube there are some guys that have like multiple cameras for multiple different things. I don't want to do that. I just want one camera that captures everything without glitching and getting crazy. But after I leave the dog park with Ja, we're gonna hit a house in Beechwood Canyon called MOORCREST. I fell down the rabbit hole last night reading about it, and it was just way too interesting not to go see today. You can find pictures of pretty much the entire inside of the house now online, but boy does this place have a story. Charlie Chaplin once lived there, but he's not even the reason that everybody knows about this place. When we get there, I'll tell you. Don't fall off the side of the mountain. That's what those signs are for. Well, there it is. There's MOORCREST. Mary Astor was about 16. She was making money, and she was making enough to where basically she became the sole supporter of her entire family, and they abused it to no end. She didn't even have a she got a $5 allowance when she was 19 and wasn't allowed to leave the house unless her mother accompanied her anywhere. The first man that she ever dated was John Barrymore, and he ended up leaving her because he couldn't put up with her family's rules. Well, here it is. You really can't see a whole lot, but this is the front of MOORCREST. Charlie Chaplin once lived here, and then after Chaplin lived here, Mary Astor's family bought the place. Well, I mean, Mary Astor was forced to. Her parents were pretty domineering, and she was the sole breadwinner of the entire family. So at the age of 16, she was supporting the family, paying for everything, and she didn't even like this place. You can see these kind of keyhole windows right there. There's a famous picture of her inside this room with those in the background, and I'll post those. You can see more right there. Yeah, she didn't like the style of this place at all. She never cared for it. But her family basically held her prisoner here. She wasn't allowed to leave. She got a $5 a week allowance, and at the age of 20, she finally had enough. And she jumped she scaled the walls, or scaled down the window of her room and escaped and went to a hotel. That would be the front doorway. Now Andy Samberg and his wife live here, but there's a famous picture of Mary Astor and her Pierce Arrow and her chauffeur. Her family forced her to pay for a chauffeur, a gardener, housekeepers, and even after Mary finally left at the age of 22, her family sued her, and she had to pay alimony basically to them forever until they ended up selling this place. And even when she was married, she was paying for their entire lifestyle. It's pretty sad. But yeah, this was the home of Mary Astor. Charlie Chaplin also lived here, and this was just a real historic place in the Beechwood Canyon neighborhood. I'll grab some pictures from online and show you a little bit more of the property, because this is really all you can see. But since it's got such a great history, well, not a great history, but an interesting history, I really wanted to put this, and especially because there's a famous picture of Mary Astor and her car right here under this. Look up MOORCREST. I think your mind will be blown about the history of this place. In fact, when her parents died, when her mother died, her mother left her diaries. And throughout the diaries, it was just all horrible, horrible writing about how much she hated her daughter. Isn't that weird? Here's an old picture of MOORCREST. It's hard to believe such a beautiful property was the place of such mental and physical torment for Mary Astor for so much of her life. What's crazy is that when Mary Astor finally escaped, when she went out of her window at the age of 20 and went down the wall and escaped and went to a hotel, she eventually came back. The architect of this place became a family friend and brokered a deal with her to come back, where the deal would be she was able to leave on her own unsupervised, and she would have $500 in a bank account. That's it. At the time, she was making $2,500 a week, and she was only allowed $500 in her bank account. Sad. Yeah. Like I said, her parents eventually ended up suing her, and Mary just really didn't want to go through with all of it, so she ended up just paying for things. And then when she got married, her husband was pretty wealthy, and he insisted on paying for everything for her. So all the money that she made then went all to her parents. That's Hollywood history for you. Am I crazy, or does that look like the Cadillac from License to Drive that they destroy? All right, Kershaw. Good pitch.
The baking's done.
Oh, too early in the game for bases loaded, full count, bottom of the second inning. I didn't expect this. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Corey Seager. Oh, Kershaw.